the robbery. It was a beautiful day in downtown Los Angeles, and everyone was going about their daily business. Suddenly, the peace was shattered by the sound of gunfire. A group of armed men had stormed into the local bank and were in the process of robbing it. There was chaos everywhere as people ran for cover, screaming in terror. Amidst all this chaos, there was a man who remained calm and collected. His name was James, and he was a regular customer at the bank. James had been sitting at a desk, filling out some forms, when the robbers had burst in. He had taken cover, but as he looked around, he realized that he was in a unique position to help. James had a plan, and he was confident that he could make it work. The robbers were armed and dangerous, and they had taken the employees and customers hostage. They were demanding that the bank hand over all the money in the vault, and they were threatening to kill anyone who tried to stop them. James knew that he had to act fast if he wanted to save the day. He slowly got up from his desk, keeping his hands visible, and began to walk towards the robbers. They were distracted, arguing among themselves, and didn't notice him at first. James spoke up, slowly and calmly. "Excuse me, gentlemen. I couldn't help but overhear your conversation. I think I can help you get what you want, without anyone getting hurt." The robbers were taken aback by James's sudden appearance. They had no idea who he was or what he was doing. But they were curious enough to listen to him. "What are you talking about?" one of the robbers asked. "I'm an accountant," James said. "I work in finance, and I know how banks operate. I can help you get what you want, without any trouble." The robbers were skeptical, but they were also desperate. They were running out of time, and they needed to get their hands on the money quickly. They decided to listen to James and see what he had to say. James quickly assessed the situation and came up with a plan. He told the robbers that he would go with them to the vault and help them access the money. In return, they would let the hostages go and allow him to walk out of the bank unharmed. The robbers agreed to the plan, and James led them to the vault. He was nervous, but he kept his cool and acted confident. He knew that he had to keep the robbers off guard if he wanted to succeed. Once they reached the vault, James quickly assessed the situation and came up with a strategy. He told the robbers that there was a series of checks and balances that they had to go through to access the money. He explained that these checks were in place to prevent fraud and theft, and that they were necessary to ensure the bank's security. The robbers were frustrated, but they listened to James and followed his instructions. As they went through the checks, James slowly began to stall. He created fake problems, asked irrelevant questions, and made things as difficult as possible for the robbers. Finally, after what seemed like an eternity, James announced that they had successfully accessed the money. He told the robbers to take the money and leave, but to leave the hostages and him behind. The robbers were pleased. They had gotten what they wanted, and they were ready to leave. But as they turned to go, James suddenly reached for his phone and called the police. The robbers were caught off guard. They hadn't expected James to call the police, and they didn't know what to do. But James was ready. He stayed calm and kept talking to the robbers, distracting them while the police arrived. Within minutes, the police had surrounded the bank. They stormed in, guns drawn, and quickly apprehended the robbers. The hostages were released unharmed, and James was hailed as a hero. James's quick thinking and smart tactics had saved the day. He had used his knowledge and experience to outsmart the robbers, and he had kept a level head even in the most stressful and dangerous situations. His bravery and ingenuity had prevented a tragedy, and everyone who was there that day was grateful to him. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe for more videos, press the bell icon and select all to get notifications.